when the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe Yosef Yitzchak, when he was 13 years old, so he he was given an allowance by his father, the fifth Rebbe of Chabad. And this allowance he saved up, and he would make loans to people, of course, with no interest. And he would give loans to different Jews, especially in the marketplace. He would go every day to the marketplace, and he would see if people, if a person got a loan, he could buy a little more merchandise that he could sell. And then he would, when the person was able, he would pay him back. One day he was walking in the marketplace, and he saw a very nice man. He was always had a smile on his face, and he was called David Balashinaim. David, how do you call it? The Mr. Teeth. He always had a big smile on his face, and he was walking with a calf that he had bought, and he was going to take the calf and sell it, or grow it, or slaughter it, whatever he was going to do. And he was very happy that he found this. So he said, "Hello, Reb David." Reb David said, "Hello, how are you?" All of a sudden, a policeman ran up to this David, and he punched him right in the face. The policeman punched him. The policeman punched him in the face. So the previous Rebbe was only 11 years old. He was a bit, big for his age, slightly, but he was still only 11 years old. He ran over to the policeman, and he said, "How can you do that? Why are you doing it?" And he pushed the policeman and knocked him down. The policeman was together with one of his assistants. He didn't know what to do. And the policeman immediately grabbed a hold of Yosef Yitzchak, and he said, "Stop hitting this man. What are you hitting?" Couldn't stand to see him. The policeman was a big. This whole story was in Russia, right? In Russia. So the Jews were not exactly, the friends of the non-Jews over there, even though there was the relationships between them were much more normal than they are. They can't later on. You'll see. Anyway, so he knocked down this policeman. The policeman got very angry. Of course, he stopped hitting this Bali Shinayim, and the policeman told his servant, "Take this boy and bring him down to the police station." They took the previous Rebbe, and they took him down to the police station. There was a jail in the police station. The head of the police station slapped the Rebbe in the face. The boy, Yosef Yitzchak, slapped him in the face and threw him into the prison. Says, "You knocked down a policeman. How dare you? How dare you knock down a policeman?" So he was only 11 years old. He was sitting in the prison. It was totally dark, totally black. There was no windows. There was no windows whatsoever in the room. And he sat in the room, and he thought to himself, at first he was very scared. Only 11-year-old boy. Who knows what they're going to do to me? What are they going to? And who knows if my father even knows that I'm here? If anybody knows that I'm here. So suddenly he thought to himself, "1 second, I should be happy. I'm suffering for Judaism. I helped another Jew, and I'm suffering because of that. I should be very happy that I'm doing it." And he started to say he knew Mishnayot by heart. So he started saying the Mishnayot by heart, and he was very happy that he was suffering for Judaism. All of a sudden, he heard from the corner a moan, a groan. So he became very scared. He thought maybe it was another person that they threw in there, a drunkard or something like that, and that he would, who knows what he would do, So suddenly remembered that he had a box of matches that he was supposed to have delivered to someone in the marketplace. And he took out one of the matches and he lit the match. And there he saw a calf in the corner. Not the same calf that was around the neck of David, a different calf. And the calf was tied up, and he also was gagged. He had some sort of a cloth over his mouth so it wouldn't make noise. But that's what he heard. So that calmed him down. He knew it wasn't a man and a person, it wasn't a criminal. It was a calf. What a calf was doing in the jail, he had no idea. But nevertheless, he was sitting, and he was saying psalms. He was saying the Mishnayot. And after he sat there, I don't remember how long it was, but it must have been something like an hour or two, whatever. And suddenly the door opened up, and there was the jailer standing there. And the jailer came in and with a completely different attitude. Oh, I'm so sorry. He had a lantern. Said, I'm sorry, please let me help you up. I didn't know I'm sorry that I hit you. I deal with criminals all day long. And I just thought you were another one of them. What happened? the uncle of the Rebbe, the father of the previous Rebbe was the fifth Rebbe, Rebbe Rashab. And he had a brother who was older than him, Reb Zalman Aron. He was a tremendously talented person. And he was also a very friendly person and impressive, very impressive. And everyone liked him. Everyone was impressed by him just because of his wisdom and his kindness and his ability to solve problems. And he spoke many languages. And it seems that he heard somehow or other, someone told him, one of the Jews told him about the whole story that happened in the marketplace, and his uncle came to take him out. So his uncle came to take him out, and he brought him out, and the head of the I'm sorry, the head of the police station, he took him out, and he was full of apologies and everything like that. And then when he took him out, there was standing David, the one with the Mr. Teeth with a big black eye, and there was also standing there the policeman that hit him. The policeman that hit him. And Yosef Yitzchak, he said that I want you to apologize. So the policeman apologized to David, and David said, "But where is my cow? I don't understand, where is my cow?" Right? And the policeman made some sort of an excuse, whatever it is. When the Rebbe's uncle, right, the boy, when the Rebbe's uncle took him outside, so he told him about this cow that was tied up in the jail cell with him. So the Rebbe's uncle went back and talked to the head of the police station. They went in. What happened? This cow had been stolen earlier from someone. Who stole the cow from someone? That policeman. The policeman that hit the David, the Mr. Teeth, he was the policeman. What happened? He stole this calf from someone, and he hid it in the jail, figuring he would come back later in the nighttime and he would get it. But when he saw David with the calf, now he thought to himself, this is my chance. Right? He was stupid. This is my chance. I'll claim that David was the one that stole the calf. He was the one that stole the calf. I'll return the calf that I stole back to the owner, and I'll take the calf of David, right, claiming that this calf that I returned, that was the calf that came, this Bali Shinaim, that Mr. Teeth, he stole. And I'll return it back to the guy who I stole it from. And meanwhile, David's calf, I'll take for myself. I'll say that he didn't have a calf, was it? But immediately the whole thing became revealed that there were really two calves. One of them was calf of David. The other calf was the one the policeman stole. And immediately the policeman was punished very severely. When the Rebbe came back to his father was very proud of him, very smiling and very proud. And he said something like, now I'm so proud of you. You suffered for being a good Jew. You did the right thing and you suffered. And this was the first time that the Rebbe was in prison. This is the first of the 6 imprisonments that he was in prison. The last time he was in prison was by the communist government, and he was sentenced to death, and he miraculously got out. That's a different story. But we see already the attitude that the Rebbe had of defiance and courage and care about other people to the point where he didn't care about himself. That's the previous Rebbe of Lubavitch.